Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So, I found a new antiques place not too far from Northampton. Yes, new. And I think it's only about a year old anyway, so new. And it's at Whilton, just off the A5, north of Northampton, north west, and yeah, it's a good place. It's sort of like a mini antique centre, I would describe it as, and it's got a real range of different things in there. And yeah, and they were very welcoming. I just rang up. Someone said you should give them a go. Thank you, Kim from the old bakehouse. Said you should give them a go. They're very nice people, and they are. They just said yes straight away. So that's always nice. And so I think what I'll do, because it is a bit out of the way, but if you're going to Weedon, it's worth a little side trip. So I'll show you where it is, just that you know where it is if you're in my area and you're looking for places to go. So we'll go and have a look at the map, and then we will then move on to the glass. Yes. So anyway, and it was a lovely day as well, so it always helps. So here we are, looking at the map. This is the beautiful Northampton, and this is the road I took. Dun, dun, dun. But you've seen me. There's 4 places that I filmed in Weedon. So there's like 4. Weedon's not a big place, and there's several. You know, there's Helios, Vintage Antiques, Antiquarium, and Vintique are all just within this little area here. But if you pop back out onto the A5, I should say, here, and it's literally whoosh straight up this road and here, and this is a whoosh road. There's nothing there. There's no big junctions. There's like this roundabout here, and then there's nothing because it's an old Roman road. You can see actually we've got this little diversion here, but you can see actually it's a Roman road because it's just so blooming straight from here to here, and then it just bends a little bit and carries on going. But anyway, yeah, so it's 10 minutes drive, I think, from Weedon, with nothing to slow you down, so to speak. So yeah, it's worth a trip. Hello, so I'm at a new location today. It's Lockhouse Antiques in Whilton Locks. It's on this road here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, just over there is the M1, and yeah, it's sort of like stuck between the M1 and the A5, and yeah, and it's opposite Whilton Locks Carpets, so you can't miss it. So yeah, let's get on. I've had a look around inside. There's a real mix of stuff, mainly vintage stuff, but yeah, there's a few old bits as well. So let's get on, and we're going to have some fun. And a lot of it's named quite well as well. So yeah, we're going to do that. If you go through the low bridge, you've gone too far anyway. Okay, all right, let's get on and have a look inside. This is what it's like inside. Got nice sun streaming in, and yeah, it's got quite a bit in here. So it's not massive, but it's worth coming to. Yeah, it's a good place. Got the guardian of the desk here, and they've left a few things on the desk to show me. First I'm going to show you this. It's I am being inspected at the same time. Yeah, I think this might be Stuart, and I'm going to try and find that. It's not Glengarry. I think it might be Hamilton. I'm not definite, but yeah, we'll try and find that. Bye. Looking here at the Stuart Crystal 1999 catalogue. This pattern is called Shaftesbury,
I don't know when it started, but it isn't in the 1972 catalogue, which is the previous one I have. And yeah, so this is some of the pattern here, but you've got like the whole layout here. And I think this is the little bottle we were looking at. And we can zoom in a bit, see what it says. And it says it's a oil vinegar dressing bottle. Oh, we've got a pattern number if I can make it even bigger. And the pattern number is 30706/187. In fact, actually, all of the Shaftesbury stuff is 30706. And then each of the different items has got a different number associated with it. You can see that one here, actually. And you can see, yeah, it is exactly the same pattern with this little diamond cuttings here and these little leaves coming off the top of it. So there we go. I thought I'd try and find a better date than just 1999. And yeah, so went on to replacements.com because we know what it's called now. And they don't always give a date, but they have in this case 1983 to 2010. Ta-da! Anyway, I have actually scrolled through, and there's a million. That's why that second number on that pattern number is so high, because there's just like a million different things. I'm not going to try and read everything, but there's so many blank ones on here that they don't have a picture for. And it's not one of the ones with a picture, so I'm just going to let it lie. So anyway, that's what it is. Look, there's even another page worth. You can just see there's a load more. Yeah, it's just like there's piles of different items, shapes in this pattern.
So I brought this quilted decanter. It's probably mid-19th century. And it's probably a French one. Let me show you how that's done. English ones are usually better than that. It's got broken pontle underneath. And I'll show you, I can compare it to that decanter I found in the French catalogue from 1873. And I'll show you the sort of like similarities in how it's made compared to that one.
So I don't have an exact match, don't have an exact reference, but what I do have is I have this decanter here, which I know exactly who it's by. It's made by Porto in France. It's in the 1873 catalogue. It is a not good quality. I was going to say something worse, but yeah, it's not good quality, just like the decanter we're looking at. Look at the way the stopper's made. Can you see? Just the same way as the one we were looking at. Yeah. The way the pontle is done. Yeah. This is a pike pontle, but it's a bit wider than the one that we were looking at, which was also, I think, a pike pontle. But yeah, it's a broken pontle. Nobody's bothered to fix it. They've just kind of rubbed this in the right direction to get it to fit. And same, yeah, just the same level of no quality as that decanter. Which, so if that was made in England, I would be dating it sort of like 1850s, 1860s, something like that. But because it's made in France, and I think it's copying the English designs because it's very close to the ones made by Richardson's and Whitefriars. Yeah, 1870s seems about right. It might still be 1860s, but it's probably falling fast on the heels of the English designs and then being exported to England.
I've got this jug here. It's Spud's Treats Fund. Here's Spud. Yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah, so this is Thomas Webb, pre-war. Ribbonette pattern. You can see like the chevron. It's quite steep there. So yeah, we can look that up. I'll show you. In fact, I've got this jug at home, different colour, but yeah, that's quite a nice one.
So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use my own website as the reference for this one. Yep, lovedecanters.co.uk. Go into manufacturers, which is probably the tab I use the most. Go down to Thomas Webb, and it just so happens that we have a section just for ribbonette. I'm going to create more sections in here. I think actually in the new version I might already have. But anyway, this is ribbonette. You can see it's this chevron-y pattern, and we've got mugs and jugs, and I got tumblers as well, and I've got more to add into this. But yeah, this is mine, which is a kind of khaki color, but they also come in brown. Anyway, my reference is from 20th Century Glass by Charles Hardimack, and yeah, red book, blah blah blah. I've got pattern number 33130, and like the date I've put in here, I think this is a guesstimate a little bit, or it might be out of the book, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's the 1910 is a hard date for this pattern. The end date is a bit more squishy, but anyway, that's where we are. You can, I should say, when you're dating things like this, you always go with the first date. So if you've got a hard first date, this is when the design is from, that is the date you use if you're putting a date in. So if you were putting a label on this, you'd say 1910. It may have been made for 30 years, but 1910 is the start date.
Got some bits up here. I think this is Empoli, but yeah, this looks like it's I think it's Spanish, and we'll try and find it. This is like a traditional Spanish form, but it's kind of fancied up in blue. But we'll try and find that, see if I can find it, because I've never really looked for one of those before.
So I'm trying to figure out what this thing is. Is it Spanish pouron, which is what you use for pouring wine into a glass or straight into your mouth, like this? But they tend to have a straight spout. Some of the older ones, now let's see if I can find the right bit I was looking at. Yeah, some of the really old ones don't have that. They're like this. Yeah. So, but also you've got rose water sprinklers like this. Yeah, but this is too fancy. It's not that either. Look, yeah. This one's less fancy, but it's still not the same as what we were looking at. So the answer is I don't know. I have seen something like that somewhere in one of the catalogues or something, but yeah, I've looked in 20th Century Glass. That was no good, just in case, but because it does look, the colour looks sort of like something from the 1960s, really, but I don't know.
Did it from an angle here, because if I do it this way, this light just blocks them out. But these are Chinese plum blossom vases. If I remember the name of the company, it's imported by the China Light Industrial Products Import-Export Corporation, and they're from the 1970s. So yeah, and you can see the little Chinese style handles on the corner here. Yeah, there's several of these, and they've got £10 on them, which is actually a very good price, because normally they're at least a £5 or more than that. And yeah, they're good.
So I haven't used this reference for quite a while. It's from the Glass Museum. It's an article by Angela Bowie. And I presume at some point she's going to take this down and it's going to be gone forever. But anyway, it's here now. It's an advert from the Pottery Gazette and Trade Review, 1972. And yeah, look at this. So this is an advert for Chinese plum blossom flower vases. There we go. So we've got down here, you can hardly read it, but you can see they've got the pattern numbers here and more here. And and further down they've got prices, I think, for the pattern. I'm not sure what this is. But yeah, China National Light Industrial Products Import-Export Corporation. Tianjin branch. Yeah. So, I wonder if I can find them. Tianjin. I'm going to see if I can find... let's see if I can pin those down. So, I found this information about the China National Light Industrial Products Import-Export Corporation. Now, I always assumed that they're just importing and exporting this stuff. Now, this is a current description of them, and it appears they're manufacturing lots of things. Die casting, metal stamping, machining, aluminium extrusion, components, HDMI cable, optical. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff that it says they're actually making them. So, and founded in 1952. Now, it might be that they don't make glass anymore. And I always presume someone like Dalian Crystal Coast was making it or something like that, and they were just the Import-Export Corporation. But it seems like maybe they were making the glass themselves. If I really wanted to find out, I'd have to ring up contact info Harry Lee on this phone number here, but I don't think I'm going to do that. And I don't even know what the where that phone number is. It's somewhere in China, and I don't even know what the area code. But I'm not going to do that. But anyway, it's interesting. 1952 they were formed, which means that's like 3 years after the revolution. Yeah. Interesting. Just that they are actually a manufacturing company, that the Import-Export Corporation bit is a red herring if you think they're just the middleman.
Got a couple of they said Swedish Boda Dalum glass serving platters. We can look these up, see if we can find the designer. They look like something Bertel Valen would do, but yeah, not 100% certain on that. It might be Ole Winter. Yeah, I'm speculating now, so but we'll try and find these and get a design, get a date and everything for them. They're quite cool, and I think they're centrifuged because the glass is like, if it was slump glass, the pattern will be on the inside, but it's on the outside, I think. So yeah, they're quite cool. You see with the little man, looks like he's got a whip or a sword or something.
So the glass plates that they've got there, the price actually is very good for 2 plates that are boxed. I've been looking online to see what they're selling for. Anyway, they're designed by Goran Wharf in the 1980s, as far as I've been able to find out. And I was looking at that picture and I'm thinking, is that supposed to be Gustavus Adolphus the first, I should say, King of Sweden? And he's not the first, but he's Gustavus Adolphus the first, and he is the King of Sweden. So I looked at some pictures and I was thinking, maybe, look, he's got these stripy arms. He's usually either got a sword in his hand or a stick of some kind, like he has in that picture. He usually wears a slouch hat. That's a bit more like a top hat, but it doesn't go around with like a helmet on or anything. The armour, when he wears armour, this is him. You can see it's like this segmented armour, which looks like that picture a bit. So I'm wondering, is it him? So like in this one, he's got his sword in his hand. There's lots of pictures of him on horses and stuff. That's not him. That's someone else. That's him. Look, he's got a stick there. Any more horsey ones here? Let's go back. So this is the bod. But yeah, when he's got his armour on, you can see, look, this is the stick he carries around. There's not many of him on horses though. But I know he was a warrior king. he died in battle. He was a bit of a winner as well, so he actually won the battle that he died in. So yeah, and his nickname was the Lion of the North. Anyway, I don't know if it's him, but I think it might be. If I had the plates, the boxes for the plates, it might say. I don't know. Anyway, that's my thoughts.
Got a decanter here. The stopper's not quite right, but the decanter's like from the 1830s. The stopper looks probably about 10 years later. Yeah, it's pretty about that. And I think the one next to it, I think that's a Royal Dalton decanter. We can try and find that.
So I thought that decanter was Royal Dalton. Went to replacements.com, put in Royal Dalton decanter, and here it is. It appeared as if by magic, and I thought, what the heck is this here? $239.95. What the heck? Doesn't give dates, but anyway, that just seems crazed. Actually, maybe if I go back, maybe I'm in the wrong place to find the price. Go here. Oh, yes, we have got dates. Yes, and it's actually quite a tight date. 1988 to 1990. So yeah, that's just a couple of years that was made for. So here we go, and you've got like the whole range here, and there is the decanter again for $239.95. What the heck? So it's trying not to swear, and I thought that can't be right. So eBay, and here's one that's 20 quid. I think most of them are priced between 30 and 40. There's a couple of cheaper ones, but 30 and 40 pounds seems to be average price. I don't know what price they had on it, but yeah, but there's 30 with £4 postage. That one's a bit more expensive. That £39.99 with free delivery. So you get the idea. Somewhere between. Generally, there's a couple of cheap ones, which is normally the case. That looks like the wrong stopper. But yeah, 30 to 40 pounds, unless you're in America, in which case it's just like, what the heck? That's super expensive. Oh, that's 3 decanters, but even then, it's still a lot of money because none of them look at anything special. Anyway, so there we go.
So there you have it, Lockhouse Antiques at Whilton, and yes, I can recommend it. How can I put this? There's some very interesting non-glass things there. I did film a couple of bits, I think, but I think I stuck to the glass. But yeah, my wife was like, "Oh, look at this, look at that." So yeah, there's a lot of things that are not glass. And there's not much furniture there, so although it doesn't look huge, it's virtually all, cabinets and smalls and stuff. So there is a lot of, by number, there's a lot of things there. So with that said, all the contact details for Lockhouse Antiques will be in the description below. All the references I use will be in the description below, and please remember to like and subscribe because it really helps my channel. And yeah, make a trip to Lockhouse Antiques. Thank you for watching and have a good night. Good night.